Well, hello, my friends. Good morning and welcome to Wednesday Mornings with John O'Leary. It's a delight to be with you on this Wednesday morning as we talk about generosity. When I was in college, I joined a fraternity, Phi Kappa Theta baby, and our motto was to give expecting nothing thereof. In other words, give expecting nothing in return. And although in college we all were forced to remember the motto, along with a whole lot of other things as we pledged our way into the fraternity, I don't think most of us, and I know for me, I had no idea what it really meant. At least not individually to do it. But I do know what it's like to have received from someone who expected nothing in return. Certainly my mom and dad are great examples, and family members and dear friends growing up. But maybe one of my favorite examples is the story of Jack Buck. And I won't go through the entire story with you today. But when I graduated university, Jack Buck showed up with a package and a note. For those who've never heard any of the story, I invite you to go to our website and learn more, johnolearyinspires.com. Crazy story of generosity. But he brought me this baseball that I now put in front of each of you. It was the ball that he received when he went into the Hall of Fame. It is quite literally priceless. There's only one like it in the entire world. And when some 22-year-old kid graduated from university, he gave it to me. He gave me this crystal baseball. So what does this have to do with you today? As the phone rings in our life, what does it have to do with each of us? Here's what it has to do. In life, for the most part, when we give wondering, kind of like, what's the least we can give without getting in trouble? Whether it's a birthday party, a wedding anniversary, at work, with our time, with whatever. What's the least we can give that would be the appropriate amount to kind of give away? What if we viewed it completely differently? What if we asked ourselves instead, what's the most we could give? What would be unexpected to do with our time, our resources, our lives, at work, with our children, with whatever? What's the most we could give? On this week's podcast on Live Inspired, I interviewed a guy named John Ruhlin, who is an expert at gifting. And he told a remarkable story about a mentor of his named Paul, whose life question was, forget about what the least I can give is, what's the most I can give away? Expecting nothing in return. My friends, it turns out that John Ruhlin has an incredible story, that Paul had an incredible story, that we each have a remarkable story, and that the best of that story remains in front of us. And yet it's important that we continue to give generously, not just financially, that's one way, but with our time, with our talent, with our thoughts, with our prayers, with our kind words, with small actions, because it can transform the world around us. Give expecting nothing in return. To learn more about this message and what it means for you, check out my website, johnolearyinspires.com. And the podcast this week is focused on generosity. You're going to love it. So I'll see you there. So for this time, and until next time, this is John O'Leary. This is an awesome gift, and this is your day. Live inspired.